Boom. Hey internets, got a good question from Kevin, and I'll just leave his first name because y'all don't need to, that ain't your business. This could be anybody. This is why I'm choosing to feature this question. Anyways, on his Big Cartel website, he said he's had 8,423 visitors, but only made 23 sales. Of course, this does not include sales that I've made in person outside of my website. How do I convert my visitors into customers? So I've done a couple commentaries on this. I'll put a card to one of them where it's like your likes aren't converting into buys. Okay, so I don't mind touching on it because on trying to hit it from a couple different angles, just because it's such a big question for not only for people trying to sell clothing, but for that matter, anyone that's selling anything. So if there, first of all, spoiler alert, there is no magic bullet. So if there was a magic bullet, I probably wouldn't tell you guys, just being 100 with you. And I would, although this channel, I drop a lot of knowledge for the good of the community, I would probably keep that to myself and go make, millions of dollars quietly. Part of the challenge with fashion, and this goes into a whole nother different slew of videos, but just trying to make sure it's something that you can be passionate about, something that you can really grit through, because there's a lot of things where if you compare it to another business in a Tim Ferriss 4-hour work week kind of way, there's a lot of other businesses that are more efficient and not as old school, not as hands-on, and add a whole bunch of other things to it that makes clothing a pain in the ass. There's a lot of other businesses where it's just a smooth vertical, right? So first of all, I want to say make sure you're in it for the long haul, because the answer to this question has to do with a whole lot of work. So Kevin, in order to get more views, and again, there is no silver bullet, the thing that I can say and what I've dedicated a good portion of this channel to is the answer is in a whole lot of little things and big things that end up getting your conversion rate higher. Also, really monitoring what that conversion rate is. And some of those little things obviously have to do with marketing. Also, the point of contact with the actual customer. So I would do a ton of research. So what I do with a brand that I'm working for, I'll find competitor brands that are very close to it in both scale and niche, right? So we're talking to the same customer, and sometimes I'll buy something from them so I can see what their process is like. Like I'll try to figure out which competitor has like the best process. For example, let's just say, I'm just gonna throw a name out there, but let's say Young and Reckless, you say that they're a competitor and they do big numbers. If you look at them through any measurement, Alexa, Social Blade, however you want to measure them or any of their social media accounts, they're ranking in a lot of good numbers. So if you order from them, the process is gonna be different than everyone's gonna be different than someone else. There's a reason why someone can be number one in that and number 250th. So you want to try to figure out who has the smoothest process and continue to refine that. So when you do get, it's like fishing. When you do get a fish on the hook, it's easier to reel it in, to keep it on the boat and keep it in your own stash. So when a customer does come in, and hopefully if they're not fickle, you can reel them in very quick by having a quick vertical. Obviously less clicks is better. So you want to make it a smooth transaction. Everything, like if you can keep their credit card info and keep it so it's a one click, that's a huge win, because that also means that they want to shop with you in the future. So within just that, there's a couple different programs. Your marketing has to be on point, your promotions and sales have to be on point, and then the e-commerce side of it, whoever is running your e-commerce needs to be really good at like gliding them through the process all the way to when they get the thank you and your order is being processed. Now you pass the baton over to fulfillment and making sure that that's as quick as possible. Because look, we're all competing with Amazon, right? And they're about to get drones out there to drop the package off in like 5 minutes after you order. So just know that the time clock is always running for that. So basically an answer that I'm talking about is customer experience. To sum it all up, is customer experience. That's how you can convert better no silver bullet, but customer experience. And bringing them in and having the good visuals on your website, spending money or spending time on doing really quality photography is super important. What we used to call in retail as hanger appeal. It has to be picture appeal, pop appeal on the internet. So a lot of different things that go into answering this question, Kevin, but I'm glad you asked it so we could give value to the entire community. If you guys have any specific questions on anything I brought up right now, drop it all down below. I will read it, and I will make a video on the things that are going to value the community the most. Please follow me on Instagram and on other social media when you have a chance. I'll be having different announcements that'll be on the different platforms and crossing them over as well. So please follow me on social media. Like the video. Like it right now. Thank you if you did. Thank you if you liked it, okay? I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.